Hello everyone, and welcome to our Year 3 Minecraft server. Some of these things might look similar, but I have put in a ton of work over the summer, and we have a lot of new mods, we have a lot of new features we're going to implement, and we have a brand new world to explore. So let's go and start taking a look at our new town, and let's talk about some of the differences that were going to happen this year with how we get around and do things. So this town I copied over for the most part from our previous server, but we've got a few mods in place now that make it a little bit different. The first one is that we now have faction mobs, so you'll be able to spawn these guys, give them different colors, and they'll help protect your town from mobs and enemy players. The second part is I have railways working all over the world, so now we can hop around and use railroads to get around to places. This is because I've also gotten rid of all the teleports to towns. So there's no more teleporting to your town. You're going to have to create a railroad system to get to and from the main hub center. This shouldn't be too bad, but I have claimed quite a bit of the land around my town, so you can't just build right next to me. The next part is we've added a lot of stuff to Townie that's going to be very important. So one of the things I've done is I've created embassy plots. And what this means is that after you guys have your towns established, you can create a plot over here to make it your own inside of my town. And so you can build, you can do whatever you want to do. It just costs a lot of money right now, so you won't be able to buy this on the first day, obviously. The reason I'm giving you embassy plots is because I have taken out a large portion of the shops. And so now our shops are very small for what you can buy. It's very expensive for what you can buy. And there's nothing to sell. And this is because this year you guys are actually going to be making your own shops and putting things up for sale. So your town will save up some money, buy an embassy plot, and then build up your buildings inside of it and create some shops. And you'll be able to take all the things you find out in the wilderness, come back into town, and add them to your shop to sell. And you can go and browse other people's shops and see what they're selling. And so this will make people that want to craft things, make the expensive items, they can come into town and now make them available for sale and undercut my really, really pricey prices and make some money for themselves. Now, how are you going to get money if you can't sell anything to the shops? Well, the next thing we've added, let me add some time to our thing, is we've added jobs. So now there are 12 different jobs for you to join. You could only be a part of, I believe, 5 jobs at a time. So if you pick 5 jobs and you want to switch over to another job to make some money, you have to come back to the main town, leave the job, and then join another job. You won't lose any levels for the jobs that you leave. It just lets you switch between them. So you can start leveling. So we have things like woodcutter, miner, digger, builder, hunters. These are all just doing the basic Minecraft stuff. You put a block down. As a builder, you'll get a little bit of money. And the more interesting the block is, the more money you'll get. So you won't get very much money or any money for just placing dirt and grass and some other stuff. But if you get wooden blocks, you get stone blocks, you get bricks and other things. Those will give you more money for placing them and just building your town up. Hunters, going out and getting food and hunting mobs, and then you have some of the other kind of long-term jobs like farming and crafting and enchanting and brewing, where you're gonna not start that right away, but later on when you start getting all the things you need for that, you can make a lot of money by making potions for people and crafting items for people, and making the weapons and adding enchantments to them, and even going fishing will get you some money. And so you'll have join these jobs, you'll gain levels, and you'll see we also have a top list for who's the best hunter, who's the best crafter, weaponsmith on the server. And so it'll actually, if you're the first place, it will actually use your face and put it right there for everybody to see. And down below, we'll just have the top 3, so we can see who's getting close to taking over #1 spot. The next part of this is that I've also added MCMO. So now that you have these abilities, you'll now actually gain levels and abilities for all the different tools. So you can charge up your sword attack and do a big hit on people. You can charge up your shovel and suddenly you'll dig through things really, really quickly. And as you gain levels, that will become bigger and bigger. So suddenly you go from mining 1 block at a time to mining 3 blocks at a time when you have your charged up ability going. So it's going to be really cool. You'll gain levels for pretty much just doing everything, jumping, running around, building, fighting mobs, taking damage, all that kind of stuff will get you levels and give you abilities to use later. My Pets is also going to be coming back, so you'll be able to get pets and do other stuff with them. I don't have that completed yet. I might not make it into the very first few weeks, as I'm trying to make it a little bit more interesting than just a few skill trees to pick from. I'm actually trying to make your pet become really unique to you. So I'm still working on that, but it is a planned mod to come into it. The next cool one is that as you're making money, I've also added a cosmetics mod that does some really cool stuff. So we get to have a few pets. These are not like my pets. They will not fight for you or anything. They're just cosmetic. They just follow you around. They're kind of cute. So you can take a look and see. Get a little sheep. And the little sheep follows me around wherever I go. So it's pretty cute. Just throws out wool. They're the ones that are just like that. There's also gadgets, which is basically very silly items that can they can kind of, they look like they do damage. Most of them don't do any damage at all. They just make a very interesting look at things. So, like say here's a melon thrower. Shoots out melons. It's pretty fun. Just as graphical. You can't actually pick up the melon for eating or anything. But there's fun stuff in there. And there's also some particle effects that will follow you around. There's a few mounts to add that are fun to ride around on. There's different hats, there's different suits, there's emoticon faces you can get. Lots of really cool features. And the way that you guys will get them is that you can buy treasure keys and open up a treasure chest. And so I'll buy a treasure key. I have 1 key. And I'll go somewhere. Let's go right here. Let's go into this mode so we can see what's going on. And I'll open up my treasure chest. You see it changes the ground around you, makes some particle effects really cool. And then it spawns in 4 chests. And the chest can have a random item from any of these things, and they can also have just money. So this one just gave me money. This one gave me money. All these will give me money because I already have everything assigned to myself. But you guys will actually get rewards for like the different cosmetics, the different mounts, and it's permanent. So once you receive it once, you'll keep it forever, and you can basically just play around with it whenever you need to. And so all you guys will have really unique cosmetics because these are not cheap to buy the treasure chest keys. I'll be giving them out as rewards also for behavior and other cool things you guys build. And that's going to be really fun to see what all you guys have and how they look. Another part that we're going to really be expanding on is with the townie mod. So previously you guys built your towns, you'd make a plot, and you would sell that plot. And this year what's going to happen is that there's actually different types of plots. And so there's farm plots, which the mayor can set a farm plot, and then what happens is that that plot can only be used for growing vegetables and for keeping animals like sheep and other stuff for the town. You can't build any houses or anything there. We have an inn plot, and so the cool thing with the inns is that you build a building and you can put beds down, and anybody that's visiting your town, as long as they're a friendly player or a neutral player, they can sleep in a bed in the inn. And if they do that, they can set their spawn point there. So if you have a group of people that maybe aren't a part of your town, but you all want to go adventuring together, you can meet in one town, all select the inn, and then go adventuring near that town. And if anybody dies, they'll just respawn closer to there, and they don't have to run all the way from their own town over. And so that's going to help keep you guys together when you're out adventuring with each other. We also have a jail plot, and so if we allow wars and other stuff to happen where you guys can capture each other's plots and things, there's actually a jail plot where if somebody is if an enemy comes into your town and you defeat them, they'll go to the jail plot and they actually have to pay money to get out of jail and go back to their own town and stuff. So we'll see if we get around to that. I'm not sure how well it will work with everybody, but I'll be considering it. Some of the other plots are, again, you guys can make your own embassy plots, and so you can allow people from outside of your town to have a plot to come and build in. And you can also do shops, which are kind of plots that have an extra tax if you want to have taxes and stuff, where the town will collect money from everybody to use for expanding your town. And expanding your town is very, very important, because now, if you want these mobs, then the town has to have more people and more plots. Every mob has a certain level of power it requires, and power is based on the number of plots that you control. So really making a big town is important to your town, and also for safety, because if we do allow the wars to go on, then what happens is that they can only capture the edge plots. They can't capture the very center plot until they get all the plots around the edges. So consider that. You're going to want to make a very big town this time, just so you have more help and more people helping you. And from there, we're also going to be focusing a lot on more redstone, and we're going to be focusing on the arenas later on to build some very interesting redstone contraptions for the arenas, because I've been doing a lot of research over the summer, and I've come up with a lot of really cool tricks and traps you can add to your arenas and stuff. Right now we'll have just this adventure world open up. I've got the portal to the creative world set up, and we'll be going there, and I'll be getting another portal to the arena world. So, and behind the scenes, the server and everything else has been massively upgraded. Hardware wise, I've got set up now so that every different little world is actually a wholly separate server, which will help a lot with the lag and other slowdown we had at the end of the year. So now creative world will not affect our adventure world. Our arena world won't affect our adventure world for slowing things down depending on what you guys build and what's really active and where people are. So it's gonna be really cool. I look forward to the very first week where we get stuff going and you guys start your jobs and see who really can make a lot of money and buy stuff. And I hope that we have a really great year together. And I look forward to seeing you guys all on the 5th. All right. Have a good day.